哈哈宝哈哈宝哈哈宝哈哈宝哈哈宝哈哈宝哈哈宝。
Hello? Hey yo? Hey yo? I just woke up. Yo everyone. Let me get everything up and running. Yeah, that off. Get over here. And bam. I'm surprised I haven't run into any like huge queues. I played like 2 hours after it went live and the queue was like 30 people. It was crazy. I thought it would. When Endogig came around, there was just like queues up to like the thousands. At least for like the first couple days. Then after that, it was like down to the hundreds and then back down to the usual amount. I'll be more awake soon. This is just like the first first day when, because like on I sleep on normally on the weekends, and this is the day where I have to go back to my other sleep schedule for work. Hold on, I think I'm gonna recalibrate my model. Give me a moment. Here we go. It's Dawn Trail time. I'm so excited. I've been I've been leveling, doing nothing but leveling my Pictomancer the last few days. Just the last 2 days. And I did it. Lots of fates and roulettes and PvP. I did it. Hey yo. How are you? I just woke up. That gold looks so nice now. And the model and the etherite looks awesome. Looked at my G shade, look. Whoa. Everything looks evil. Where is the... It's just at the annex. Okay. Whoa. Might wait till it's morning, because I don't know if it changes the time or anything. Here it is. New world to explore. Ah, I'm so excited. Welcome back, Vala. I've just had a word with Erenville. Seems he's managed to secure passage to Toral aboard a guild ship vessel. Why don't you wait in the main hall while I go and inform your travel companions? It should only take a moment. Okay. Wait, was it in the main hall? Yeah. Is this voiced? It's not. Ajika gave us the good news. We've made ready to set sail at a moment's notice. Yet, the only one yet to arrive is Erenville himself. Oh my god. Ah, you're all here. It took some persuasion, but the Gleaners Guild ship has granted us places aboard a vessel bound for Toral. There'll be other passengers, researchers, artisans, and the like, so we'll need to share the deck space. That's fine, Erenville. I doubt anyone expected we'd have a ship all to ourselves. They're not casting off just yet, so if you have any lingering concerns, now is the time to voice them. I wouldn't call it a concern. Everyone's still clear on what it is we'll be doing in Toral, yes? We've not forgotten. The nation of Tuliolal is in the midst of deciding its next ruler. As your chosen allies, we shall assist you during the rite of succession and support your bid to welcome Dawnserpent. In addition to that, Alphonse and I have another objective. As part of its reconstruction, Gallimard seeks ways to reconcile and re-engage with its neighbors. By visiting Toral, we hope to learn more about its myriad cultures how its myriad cultures interact with one another, how they find common ground, develop stronger ties, the sort of insights that might help our friends in Ilsabard. But we'll pursue this goal in our own time. You can be assured that we'll give the contest all due attention. That's all I ask. Otherwise, you're welcome to do as you like. You wanted to find out about your grandfather, right, Kyle? Yes, as far as we could determine from the old missive I found, he had been tasked with investigating the Golden City by your father, the Dawn Servant. Oddly enough, we have no record of that investigation in our archives, and nothing to explain the earring which accompanied the letter. Thus, for reasons both official and personal, I should very much like to get to the bottom of this mystery. I'm sure there'll be a chance to speak with Papa. You can get your answers right from the source. I look forward to meeting him. In any case, you're not the only one with an interest in the City of Gold. The Golden City is a children's bedtime story. I am part of this expedition only because the Third Promise has commanded me that I serve as guide. Still playing the part of the stoic servant, I see. What of you? Didn't you dare tell me you've changed your mind? No. I love her. A woman of action. Right then, if all is still committed to the journey, then I say we make ready to depart. I'm ready. I'm so ready. Eager as they are, the others have already left for the highway. We're not in danger of missing the boarding call, but perhaps we should be on our way as well. This one has to be voiced.
Savoring the moment?
Yes.
I can feel your excitement, your eagerness to explore the unknown.
Well, for once, the fate of the world doesn't rest on our shoulders. We might even get a chance to enjoy ourselves.
I missed all their voices.
Do not be so quick to relax. Oh, Tural may seem but a short sail away on a map. The vast seas between brim with peril. The treacherous waters of Shade's Triangle alone have claimed countless vessels. Even following the safe route plotted by Admiral Bufiswin herself, this will be no pleasure cruise.
Perhaps, but my voyage here was uneventful enough. Disappointingly so.
Either way, the two of you have first-hand experience, which will be of great comfort in the days ahead, I'm sure.
Aye, it's nothing new to us.
All aboard! We're casting off! It's time. I trust you have everything you need?
Yeah. 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 Also, the new graphics look so good.
And so does our ship cast off from the docks. We sail west, as Kettenram did some 80 years past, bound for the New World, known to her children as the continent of Tural.
Kitty.
Just wait, Papa. When this contest is said and done, it'll be your daughter who sits the throne. Me, Woklamat!
Surprisingly, isn't that far. I mean, from Shylian maybe, but if you're leaving from like Limsa.
Smooth sailing so far?
Aye, so far so good. But this sea, she's a fickle one. Calm one moment, blowing a gale the next.
I'll take my rest while I can then.
We left port what seems an age ago now, and we've seen naught but open water ahead. I knew Tural was far, but it's another thing to really know. Speaking of which, some of our fellow passengers have made this trip before. Several times, in fact. I was able to learn a few things about Tuliolal and the right of succession. Since we still have a long way to go, why not have a chat with them yourself? I'm sure you have questions of your own. Did you look out across these same waters, Grandfather?
Pretty. The water looks so good. Oh, this will be my first visit to Tural. Oh my god, I can't. Fontaine is Fontaine's the name. I was looking at Esteem's aesthetics in Uldar, you see, but my employment with them came to an end. That's why I visited Shylian in hopes of starting over. While I was attempting and failing to find a new job, I seized the chance to board this vessel when I overheard room for another passenger had suddenly opened up. I'm told the Dawn Servant welcomes all regarding of origin, regardless of origin. And so Tuliolal seemed like the perfect place to begin anew. Hopefully things will be better this time. Hey Ozzy. I can feel my edge start to dull on these long sea voyages. How about some light sparring later? I'll beat you up. As friends, I've seen you in Eorzea before, you great and famous hero. Ugh, I've had enough of playing the simpleton. There was a time when we took great pains to maintain the deception, but with more of you Eorzeans coming to Tural, it's become impractical. Oh, besides, something about mercenaries. Accidentally clicked. My story? Well, since you asked, I wanted to retrace the historic journey of the great Kushanram, you know. The first Eorzean to set foot on Tural almost 80 years ago. The Muddlejaws leader said it had welcomed Ketanram with open arms boots. But the real treasure was the crops he brought back. Popotos, tomatoes, and corn, which spread across Eorzea like wildfire. His grand adventure led to a culinary revolution. The tales say Ketanram returned to Tural several times after that, but his ship vanished during his last recorded voyage, and he was never heard from again. That even a seasoned explorer like him could meet such an end is testimony to the ocean's peril. Where are they? Oh, over here. An adventurer, I presume? I'm a merchant myself, based in Uldar. Specialty imports and exports, Eorzean and Turali both. This is your first crossing the salt, as they say. do remember that the social mores of Erosi are not necessarily the same as those of Yonde. Consider this. It is not uncommon for the various races to be referred to instead by the names of certain clans. For the Mikote, the Hetsaro, the Hrothgai, the Zabral, not because every member of the given clan is of the same race, mind, but because many individuals of said race are associated with that clan. A fair assumption in certain cases, but take care not to give offense. Did you want to make a wager? We're taking bets on who will be— oh, fuck. Telling about next person to become the Dawn Servant. There are 4 claimants in the right of succession, your young Wuklamot being one of them, of course. But from what a Mamul Jabloke was telling us, the other 3 are all strong contenders, not too many keen to risk their coin on the third promise. Did you learn anything of interest? Learned a lot. Some of it I already knew. Oh, I even heard about the clan names. We should have Wuklamot and Erinville teach us the ones we should know. Actually, it's getting a little chilly up here on deck. Let's all gather in the cabin. Stormy.
We're in for a proper storm, it seems.
Aww. She's seasick.
How's your stomach? Any better?
She looks so silly.
I don't know what you mean. I don't get seasick. I'm just feeling a little nauseous is all.
Isn't that what seasickness is?
Erinville, you were born in Tyrol, yes? Do many Vieira live there?
The Shatona, as my people are called, have settlements mainly in the north, in Shaktural.
And your family?
I know nothing of my father, not even his name. As for my mother...
We're in the teeth of it now, lads! Reef that sail before the mast snaps!
Oh dear.
We're gonna crash.
What the hell was that watch? This wind's too strong to take in your man falling off the mast! We need help! Get him below decks first! Quickly! Before he's washed overboard!
Come, we should lend what aid we can.
Scary.
I have not seen the ocean rage with such fury before or since. The heaving waves tossed our ship about like a toy, sending sailors tumbling. The dauntless Alizé, quick to the rescue, was almost lost to the sea herself.
God, she almost died. Hey yo. You don't have to be.
Meanwhile, our champion
I'm only
rushed to
playing like
deploy
in
the vessel's magical defenses, and thereby
another
shield us
hour and
from
40
the lightning.
minutes.
What an
that's
extraordinary
perfect.
life she must lead to be able to operate such a device with practiced ease.
Oh,
Oklama, too,
she's so
threw
sick.
herself into the rescue efforts, though one might have mistaken her for another soul in distress. By the time the unruly seas had calmed, our strength was all but spent, and we had yet to even glimpse the shores of Tural. In retrospect, of course, that battle against the storm would prove a fitting prelude to the coming contest for the throne.
I have two, but I think a lot of it comes from like people not really knowing what to expect, especially coming off of Endwalker, when this is like gonna be pretty, at least the first half is pretty laid back as far as I know. I haven't really like, well, I've been avoiding spoilers and anything, so I don't know too much, but I've seen a lot of people enjoying it. But I'm excited. I think I'll like it a lot. I kind of am going in with the expectations that it's not gonna be super high stakes. It's a booby. Oh my god. Well, be careful, because I definitely haven't heard everything. I've only seen like 2 posts.
Morning. Joining us for some fresh air? Seems my belly has settled along with the weather, but I'll feel much better once we're on solid ground.
PD.
Can't be much farther now, can it?
Seabirds,
I see them.
land
Sorry.
must be near. You need only hold out a while longer.
For a dark moment, I thought the ocean might swallow us. Glad to have my pessimism proven wrong.
In other good news, I examined the sailor who took a fall, and he's faring well. I'm sure he'll make a full recovery.
Good news indeed. If all's well, then we needn't delay in launching the landing boat. Ships have to lower anchors some way from shore. Too close, and they risk having their underbellies ripped open by the reefs that crowd Tuliola's coasts. Come.
Thanks for bringing us all this way.
Ha! We only did what we were paid to do. Couldn't hardly set you adrift halfway. If anything, it should be us thanking you for helping us through that beast of a storm.
Beast.
As a matter of fact, everyone's starting to fancy your chances in the contest. At this rate, we won't be able to lay wagers no more.
Then I better not let you down.
Don't throw up.
Easy, stomach. Easy.
We're the last to board. If there's nothing left to say, then let's shove off, shall we?
It's time.
Blue seas, clear skies, and boundless possibilities. I dare say our destination will soon be in sight.
You gotta get comfy.
Enjoying yourself for a change?
These are the things you say in the trailer. Oops.
There, look, my friends. Behold the scene of our next great adventure.
Oh.
At last, we are come to the land you call the New World. To my home, Tural.
It looks so pretty. I love all the colors.
Gods, I've seen cities with an impressive mix of cultures, but this is something else.
Is that a... No. I've never seen Vanu feathers in that color before.
You'll find much here you never knew existed. There may be a sea route now, but visitors to Tulihyolal are still few and far between. And as we don't build seafaring ships, only a handful of Turali ever venture abroad.
What are you saying no to?
Mamulja sellswords mostly. Those willing to play the fool sail with Lominsan merchants to secure employment in Eorzea.
I suppose that makes us a rare sight in your country.
Rare and currently undocumented. Were there some forms we should fill out, or...?
Forms? Did you forget who you're traveling with?
It is, but it's not us that are... We're not colonizers.
You are outsiders?
It is
Visitors
very
to
much an
Tural?
established culture already in Tulihyolal.
We are.
It was only coined by
Our nation is
the
soon to
original
hold a right
sailor
of
who came
succession
over
to
here
choose
like
its next
80
servant.
years ago or something.
We will not abide interference from foreign agents
But
seeking
most
to
people
foment trouble. What brings
call
you
it
to
Taral.
Yolal?
I can answer that. These fine people are allies in my succession bid.
Third promise. If you vouch for them, then all is well. Of course.
Please, accept our apologies.
No need to bow and scrape. That our soldiers are so diligent in their duties fills me with pride.
Can't get over how good the hair looks now. And there's fucking scales on the metal
We'll be
jaw.
continuing our patrol then.
Well, well. You really are a figure of authority here.
Are you suggesting I don't look the part?
You look like a creature.
Anyway, first things first.
A kitty.
I bid you welcome to Tulihyolal.
Where's Aaronville? He's not here. There he is. Well, despite the storm's efforts to the despite the storm's efforts to the contrary, here we are, safe and sound. Just because he wanted to? Well, he's from here, and he's pretending he doesn't want to find the Golden City, but he's just saying like, oh, I'm here as a guide. You've arrived in Tulihyolal. You can return to the city at any time by speaking with the swarthy sailor in Scully's Harbor in Old Shillian. Yeah, he still did. He has his reasons. And he's childhood friends with Wuklamat. Right then, first things first. Oh, let me turn that off. Oh, don't throw up. It's still a bit queasy. No more boats for a while. I realized we've just arrived, but we should get you familiar with the city before the rite of succession begins. No arguments here. I should very much like to explore. And I'll guide you. Are you sure you're in any condition to do so? Aha. We were wondering who these strange folk were, so the Third Promise has found herself some new followers then. Followers? Look them out. Are you unwell? Not at all. No, not at all. Couldn't be better. The Third Promise does not get seasick. No, sir. As for my hand-picked entourage here, I've recruited them to help me win the rite of succession. I was about to show them around the city, in fact. Sounds lovely. But a group of foreigners is going to attract attention, especially if they're in the company of the Third Promise. Everyone will be curious. We certainly were. Your siblings have a tendency to command a respectful distance, but you're just so easy to approach. I enjoy it so much when you do. Please don't ever worry that you're a bother to me. You're very kind. Good day to you, Third Promise. They did have a point. Wuklamat is technically royalty here. Like it or not, a person of her station, surrounded by this many outsiders, is bound to draw a crowd. Wait, what do you mean technically? I suggest we move in 2 groups so as to attract less attention. Just technically ignoring me then. Well, you and Kral can come with me. I'll take the twins then. We'll get in touch once we've had a good look around. That voyage was hard on all of us, so take it slow and recuperate. We have time enough for that. Enjoy your wanderings. Perhaps we should wait a bit, at least until Wicklamat's nausea subsides. No need for that. Look, I'm ready to go. Ugh. I'm fine now, really. Can't stand around all day feeling sorry for myself, what with the contest looming and all. Now then, seeing as we're already here, I might as well tell you about the harbor. Aaronville already mentioned the reefs and our coastal waters, which explains why you don't see any big ships moored at the docks. Only vessels with shallow drafts can navigate the bay, mostly small fishing boats or barges ferrying cargo up and down the rivers from inland settlements. Much of the incoming traffic is from Yoktaral, the southern landmass. The clans there produce various goods for export. Their wares are unloaded here and carted off to the merchant stalls in the neighboring markets. Speaking of which, Bayside Bevy should be our next stop. I know how those work. I've played the game. I love this theme. It's funky. This is Bayside Bevy, Tuliolal's largest marketplace. Being right on the harbor, everything from fresh fish to imported wares go directly to the shelves. Anything you want, they most likely have. Oh, right. I should mention that here in Tuliolal, we buy things with Pel, the currency that Pelu created. Don't worry, more and more trade is coming in from Eorzea, so most shops are happy to accept your gale. There's also, oh, I cannot say that. Meki, another market to the east of here, but that can wait for another time. I have other places I want to show you first. Next, we'll head back a bit, then northwards up the stairs to a certain plaza. I can't wait to see the look on your faces. Hi, Autumn. Where am I going? Oh, up though. I need that etherite. That one looks so tasty. What do you think of that, huh? Goodness me, you have etherites in Tuliolal? I think I told you before, but my brother, Kawana, spent 3 years studying in Shalian. He fell in love with the nation and its ways, and brought it back to us the knowledge of aetherite construction. Papa warmed to the idea at once, had one built immediately. Did you do the attuning things if you're ready to continue? We'll head down again and then up the slope to the side, where at the top is the gate which leads to Zaktaral. Aetherites on a dead world? I mean, those were more constructed from memories than anything. Given how Ultima Thule worked. Let's make a stop at Bright Plume Post on the way, though. That's the headquarters for the Lands Guide. Well, Kryl didn't go there. DAWNTRAIL, oh, that's a pretty little icon. Oh, I love this area. I'm excited to AFK and do nothing here. Oh, am I not meant to be up here? Oh no, the other way. You're close to the end. How have you been finding it? I do. We have lots of narrow, winding streets that crawl up the sides of the mountains, as you can see. Though the buildings made sure the city's main thoroughfares were wide enough to accommodate wagons. First half is fun. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I've seen some weird complaints, and I think it's people who didn't like... I feel like it was people expecting another, like, Endwalker so soon. It's like, I'm sure this is very good, despite not being as high stakes as, you know, the end of the fucking saga last time. And Endwalker had a fair share of... I think this is normal. Like, people were super nitpicky about Endwalker, especially early on. Like, I agree, the first bit can kind of drag out a little, but like... people were only playing up to that first bit and then being like, this sucks. It's like, okay. Yeah, people, like... I'd rather wait, like... I think it's better to wait, like, several weeks where people have actually played the MSQ, like, completely, before, like, people can be like, this sucks. Here we are, Bright Plume Post. The soldiers stationed here are responsible for defending Tuliyollal and preserving the peace. The Landsguard are led by our nation's strongest warrior, and so naturally, Papa has commanded them since the beginning. At least until 3 years ago, when Zural Jah took over as commander. The title is no empty honor. It means the first promise is considered equal to the Dawn Servant in martial strength. Meanwhile, I haven't even managed to... Well, I'll discuss my brothers and their accomplishments later. Alphino and Alize should be around to hear it too. Come on, it's time to I showed you the Sky Gate. It's right at the northern end of Talonlight. The funky little jazzy theme. I've seen pictures of them. They look so cute. Massive, isn't it? And on the other side is an equally massive bridge to match. Both are constructed by a race of giants, the Yokhoi. Strictly speaking, Tyrell is actually two separate continents. Yok'Tyrell, the southern lands of the mother, and Zak'Tyrell, the northern lands of the father, which lie beyond the bridge. Legends say it used to be one great landmass, but long, long ago, the two gods fought a titanic battle. And when one threw the other to the ground, the impact was so devastating as to split the continent in twain. A familiar sounding tale, I'm put in the mind of the conflict between Hydaelyn and Zodiac. But getting back to Zak'Tyrell, those lands are also part of Tuliollal's nation, correct? That's right. Isn't my father incredible? He united the people of two continents into a single nation. The many clans of Tyrell had been at war for generations. It was only when Papa traveled the lands and put a stop to their myriad conflicts that we finally had peace. And that's the main reason I want to win the throne, so I can preserve the peace he's built. But I see you're more interested in what's behind the gate than hearing about my aspirations. Crossing the bridge to Zak'Tyrell requires a special travel pass. Unfortunately, they won't issue any new permits until the rite of succession is over. I promise to get you one when I'm Dawn Servant, but until then, you'll just have to wait. I've never broken my word. Once the throne is mine, that travel permit is yours. I look like a little nerd. Level 100 Sage. Nice. I'm gonna have fun with DPS trial queues. It's gonna be fun. You must have covered half the city by now. Tuliolal is unlike any place I've visited. I'm thoroughly enjoying myself. Thank you, Autumn. New weapon. This one's cute. I like that the palettes all have like different colors. We'll head west next, towards the Arc of Dawn. The dirigible landing is on the way. Dirigibles too? Tuliolal certainly doesn't want for methods of travel. We get by. Now if you've seen enough of this area, let me know and we'll continue on. That's good to do, Arc of the Dawn is on the other side of the city, so speak up if you see something that interests you as we walk. I love that slide. I've been loving Pictomancer. Such a fun little job. It's like everything I want from a caster. I do have one issue with it. It's fairly easy. You like queue up these motifs on your palette on here, on these canvases, and then you have access to different abilities, and you kind of just cycle through them. You have a basic cast and an AoE, but then after you get a certain amount of stacks in this, you get, after 3 uses, you get 1 use of like a stronger AoE spell, and then you also get 25 in there, so after 6 basic spells, you have enough to switch to your other moveset, which is stronger spells with an actual cast time, like a longer cast time. And then you, after you do 3 of those, you get a use of this spell here, which is another strong AoE. And you can cycle through these, and if you use this and then do the creature motif again, you can use a different move, and then you get to use this Moogle ability. So it's like pretty simple. My one problem is, it's not really a problem, it's more of a nitpick, but like, so you can put these down with an instant cast when you're out of combat, so you want to be doing those as soon as you're out. In combat, they take like, it says 3 seconds to cast, and I've been using my Swift cast to do them, but it has it has like a weird cooldown where like your other abilities will have like a long cooldown, and you'll have like a second where you can't do anything. Like if you don't have any like, because I don't know why. You'll see it when I'm actually like fighting. I'm still struggling to conceive how one could construct an entire city on the side of a mountain. This was originally the site of a Yakoi temple. The giants built it when they were first making the bridge to Zaktaral. To appease the god, he slumbered in the Great Ocean Trench. After the Yakoi withdrew, the temple stood empty for centuries. So when Papa was establishing his new nation, he saw a structure he could refurbish into a palace, sitting practically in the center of Taral. He gathered artisans to do the work, and the house they built for themselves became the foundation of the city, you see. Today, whoops. Speaking of houses, we'll be passing through the Resplendent Quarter, the biggest residential district in Tuliolal. We climb these set of stairs here, all the way up. Is it creepy or wet? Oh my god, the babies. This theme is so nice. Papa's palace is called the Valak Shunsa, which roughly translates to invincible resilience. You probably want to take a closer look, but we'll be coming back here later. Let's move on for now. Wow. This area is so nice. And it's huge. I knew you were gonna do that. So, this is the Resplendent Quarter. What manner of people live here? Oh, we have residents from the Yogg-Taro clans, Mamulja, Zibral, Pelupelu, Moblin, Ahanihanu. We also have Tanawata, Hetsaro, and Shitona, who've moved south from their ancestral lands in Zogg-Taral. In essence, it's a gathering of people found in every corner of Taral. Each a true representation of Tuliolal's diverse character. The adornments on each building contributes to the eclectic cultural aesthetic. It's also beautiful. I'm glad you think so. Come, we continue down the stairs. Yeah, I'm glad we're getting a lot of, like, just nice world building about the place. 'Cause it's super pretty. Reading about people roasting long dead historical figures on Wikipedia is so funny. Not that due to ignorance of magic square theory, the renowned sculptor made a needless blunder and supports his assertion by giving several examples of non-trivial 4x4 magic squares, showing the desired magic constant of 33. This this fucking idiot, this buffoon. That big drum there is called the Dawn Herald. They play it for formal occasions, like when honoring the Landsguard return from a dangerous duty. I tried hitting it with my axe once and ripped the skin, and me a proper scolding. Let me tell you, I think that was the time Papa held me upside down by the ankle. Oh my god. Well, where'd you go? Oh, I have the thing turned off. I have it hides nearby people, nearby NPCs. Oh, your god. Oh. Fade away. It was very fun. Can't even select you with the mummy. I wonder what happens if this yeah, okay, now you're here. Oh, I like your fit. Is this a new one? What is this chess piece? Oh, the rebel coat. Same one. Okay. I don't remember the fishnets. But it's very cool. I've seen some of the dungeon armor. Specifically the Solution 9 one. And it looks so nice. In 2014. That's fucked up. This idiot died in 2014. Made up one day. What are you doing? Pictor feels like a Walla class. I'm glad you think so, because it was one that I was like, I want to main this. Because I'm enjoying it a lot. I'll give him a math puzzle having that immortalized for all time. And then like 10 years ago, too. Yeah. I gotta keep playing. Here we go, up here. Alpacas! Yeah, keep going. And here, is it dirigible? Not bad, huh? Oh, they're balloons. They use big... Yeah, they look different than the Eorzean ones. Here, other nations use airships to sail the skies, but you'll only find balloons in Tuliolao. We have them for the exact same reason as the Etherites. Koana brought back the plans from Shylian, and Papa thought them fantastic, and commissioned their construction. This was around 3 years ago. Since that time, we've added flights to other settlements. Trade with frontier communities has never been easier. But that's enough about dirigibles. The Eye of Dawn awaits. Grown-ass woman. He could have looked up the answer or something, or asked on Reddit. Yeah, that's true, he had internet. Lesbians. This is it, the Ike of the Dawn. When the Giants were still here, it was known as the Yaktara Land Gate, but when Papa founded Tuliolal, everyone began using its present name in honor of his great achievement. Through this grate is Kozama Uka, the wetlands south of the city. Depending on what the right of succession asks of us, we might end up going in that direction. Kozama Uka, the name alone is intriguing. Speaking of which, what are those fluffy animals we passed earlier? Those are alpacas. Fearsome, four-legged fiends. Fearsome. They seemed quite placid to me. You'll learn soon enough, Kyle. You'll learn soon enough. Oh god. But forget the alpacas. I have something far more important to show you. Come along. If you wish to learn the history of Tuliolal, then look no further. These stone pillars, you mean? The I got in this expansion, the younger it felt like Wuklamat is. She always felt kind of young to me, like very young adult, like still like ambitious and stuff, and like she feels. I'm rooting for her, but she does feel like kinda underprepared for the leadership of like. So we'll see how that is. What is special about these pillars, if I may ask? At a glance, they might look like ordinary stone decorations, but if you take a really good look, you see that there's something much more interesting. Following event cannot be skipped. Wait, no, these are glyphs. They seem to tell a series of stories, many of them featuring a two-headed mammal jaw. Oh, then this must be... That's right, it follows the exploits of my father, Gulu Jaja, and his journey to unite our lands. We call it the Tuliolal Saga. Triple triad opponent. The deeds he performed and the bonds he forged, all immortalized in stone. There's no better way to learn how Tuliolal came to be. Study them as long as you like. Is there like a spot to start? No. Look at these. This pillar tells the lay of the Brotherhood. It depicts the scene where Papa granted an audience to the foreign explorer. Catch something. You can never remember the name. You mean Ketchenram? That's the one. Ketchenram's arrival in Tyrol is what prompted Papa to embark on his own journey. It said that the two grew to be close friends, brothers in spirit, if not in blood, but no one knows what became of the explorer in later years. Ketchenram's disappearance is a mystery in Eorzea as well. The records say he traveled between our lands and yours for a while, but then it's assumed he was lost at sea. Here we have the Lay of Reeds. This is a story when Papa visited the Hanu in their visit in Kozama Uka. The people Alphano almost mistook for Vanu, if not for the colorful plumage. He spent a fair bit of time among the Vanu in the Sea of Clouds, so it's no surprise he took an interest in your countrymen. I don't know how it is with your Vanu, but our Hanu are a bright and cheerful sort. They hold this one festival every year. Very famous and a lot of fun. Let's see. This one is the Lay of Pots, which depicts the moblins of Kozama Uka. They might wear odd masks and sound weirdly muffled when they talk, but the gold and silver wick they sell is the best you'll find anywhere. Moblin goods are the standard when it comes to gift giving. Clearly the Vanu aren't the only people with distant Turali counterparts. This one recounts the Lay of Repast. As you can probably tell, the figure depicted here is of the Zebral, like me. For decades, the Zebral and the Mamouja were at war for control of the forest of Yaktel. The actions Papa took to end that conflict have since been hailed as the first steps in the founding of Tuliolal. There's a clan of Hrothgar in Boja known as the Helians. In their society, the women rule as queens and the men serve as devoted subjects. Yet, here in Tyrell, Zibral men and women appear to be of equal status. How dramatically cultures can vary with location. If you're done with the first half, we can move on to the second. Yes, please. Oh, this one is my favorite. The Layer of Ice. It depicts the battle with the legendary Tyrell Vidral, Valigamanda. Did explain, a Tyrell Vidral is a creature that has lived far beyond its usual lifespan, and awakened to preternatural power. Tataru described the Far Eastern auspices in a similar fashion. Could this be the same phenomenon? Valigarmanda itself was dubbed as the Sky Ruin, a name earned for its destruction and terror it visited upon Tyrell every time it stirred from its slumber. But 80 years ago or so ago, its ruinous reign was brought to an end. After a great struggle, Papa and his comrades managed to overcome the raging Vidral and sealed it away in the Ukopacha Mountains. Despite its reputation, however, Valigarmanda is also a symbol of power. That's why you'll see its likeness on Tuliolao's national emblem and adorning the banners at the palace. Lay of Gold. This pillar shows one of the Pilipelu, whose homeland is in the Ukopacha. Having created our currency, the Pelu are rightfully known as the Merchant Clan. They oversee Tuliolao's markets, and their traveling peddlers are a common sight no matter where you go in Tyrell. Don't let their size fool you. They may be mistaken as children, but beneath those beaked masks, they are clever and calculating traders. Oh, this one is unmarked. Papa says he left a blank pillar for the next chapter of Tuliolao's history, whatever that might be. Ah, the Lay of Proof. That big fellow is one of the Yakoi, the largest of Tyrell's people. These giants once used their great size and strength to establish a dominion encompassing all of Yok Tyrell. Having brought the southern reaches to heel, they then turned northward, setting their sight on Zak Tyrell. You'll recall that massive bridge they built beyond the Sky Gate. Sometime after launching their northern campaign, however, they just gave up. They abandoned the lands it conquered and withdrew into the mountains of Ukopacha. We've never seen any of their kind so much as set foot in the city. This was a people with the power and resourcefulness to raise a temple on mountaintop and build a bridge across the sea with stone. What would move them to renounce their ambitions and their place in Tyrelli history? I wonder if they're related to, Solution 9 is like my biggest wonder for this expansion. There's like so much shit going on with that thing that I need an explanation for. Had your fill of history then. Thank you. Put that fucking lizard from SCP Wiki in here. Glad to hear it. You know, I feel awfully hungry all of a sudden. No surprises there, seeing I couldn't keep anything down for a while. But now I think I'm ready to eat again. So let's go and have ourselves a bite of local delicacy. I'll take you to the best restaurant in the city. I like the sound of that. We're gonna have yummy meal. You should eat. Good night. Thank you for watching. Have a good sleep. I wish I could eat, but I got work in like 3 hours. 2 hours. 3 hours. 2 hours. Are we gonna have detailed meal again? Guy jumping over there. Have you ever had tacos? I had tacos for dinner, actually. They're a Tulio classic. You bake a crunchy shell made from corn flour and fill it with meat and salad. A lot of shops and stalls sell them, but I like how they're made here. Oh god. Zabalyav pie? I need one right in front of me right now. Let's head downstairs and place an order with old Brook Ivu. I'm gonna be mispronouncing everything this expansion.
Brook Evo!
Okay, I did say it right. Did I say Evu? I think I did.
My companions must sample your heavenly tacos. One for each of us, please.
Right away, promise. And I'll pack them tight with my choicest feelings. Only the best for you and your friends.
Did you hear the Silver Scares are back? Seems their overseas foray ended in disaster. More than half their warband is missing, including their leader.
Well, there's still an area you haven't been. I'm excited to see. Like,
Aye. And
oh
now keen
man,
to
I'm very
rebuild their
excited.
broken reputations, the survivors seek the Golden City. A fool's errand. How many hopefuls have disappeared in search of that fable? They should count their lucky stars they came home alive at all.
The legend of the Golden City is well known here, I take it.
It is, but as no one's ever seen it, many question if there is any truth to the tale. Like our skeptical Erinville.
I can't imagine the Dawn Servant would request a
Yo,
formal
Magoo.
survey for a place that doesn't exist.
One thing I kinda hope is the Golden City isn't Solution 9. The trailer made it feel like it kinda is, but we'll have to see. Because I feel like that gets rid of the mystery.
Now to find a spot with a pleasant view to enjoy our crunchy spoils.
She got them to go. Hey, yo. Get over here.
Oh,
No!
oh.
Fucked up. What's your problem, dude?
If it isn't the third promise.
Oh, no.
Is this one of her brothers, or is this the other guy?
I don't know these ones. New salt.
Dredge from foreign waters is my guess, brother.
Of course, that's it. Wuklamat is so afraid of the coming contest that she went crying for special help.
Was there something you wanted, Bakul Jaja?
The third promise remembers us.
Full
Such
grown man.
honor.
Glory on your name, brother.
And on yours, brother.
I know my rivals for the throne. Nothing more.
So this is the other guy that's competing that isn't related to...
Another child of the Dawn Servant?
No, this brute.
We have no ties to their farce of a family. Unlike the sneevling housecut, we are blessed siblings, the elevated chosen. We alone are fit to succeed Golul Jaja as Dawn Servant.
All peoples are equal in Tulihiola. Your heritage gives you no greater claim to the throne.
Ha! Shall we test that idea here and now? See if your strength is equal to ours.
None of this has any bearing on the right of succession, correct? Best not waste your energies on pointless scuffles.
Tell him, Krile.
The kitten comes to the house cat's defense.
Don't say that.
Pathetic.
Since when was our nation overrun by mewling weaklings?
Listen to me, you.
Nasty.
A two-headed mamulja. I knew of them, but that's the first I've seen in the flesh.
Some get it into their twin heads that they're destined to follow in my father's footsteps. So they travel to distant lands to hone their battlecraft. Those are likely the ones you've heard about.
Are there other two-headed claimants?
No, just Bakul Jaja. Even in Tural, his kind are far from common. The Mamulja people largely belong to one of three clans. The Hubigo, the Bunewa, and the Dopro. Every once in a great while, a two-headed offspring is born from a union between the brown-scaled Hubigo and the blue-scaled Bunewa. The child grows to possess immense strength, both physical and magical.
Blessed siblings indeed.
Forget them. Let's go and buy more tacos. I can think of nothing better to rid me of this bad taste in my mouth.
But I get them for free. It's fucked up if that guy just stepped on them.
Enjoying your tour of the city, I trust.
We
We've seen our
have to
share of
pay
notable
again.
sights and took a moment to rest. As such, we're ready to present ourselves at the palace for the rite of succession. Shall we meet you there?
The palace it is. I'll let Wuklamart know. Destiny calls. Perhaps we
No.
can return
We
for
don't
more
get a
tacos
yummy
later?
meal.
So it goes.
She could probably still eat everything in the bag. Pod swing and flying with the near. The mount swing when swinging flying with the near pod is funny. I'll have to try it. I really like the mount swing now. I'm surprised that hasn't been in the game for like years. I was looking forward to trying some authentic Tuliala cuisine, but we should hurry and join Alpha now with the others at the palace. Alright, it's a bit of a climb to the top, but you can head up from the resplendent quarter, or even the eastern side of Talonmarch if you prefer. Now that you have an idea of how the city's laid out, I'll let you find your own way to Valak Shunsa. Oh, my poor empty belly. Oh, she needs meal. So what's the easiest way up here? This way. I think this is Hylian has to be my favorite, like, hub. This one just feels so like nice. I love how lush it is, and the sea looks super pretty. But I can't get a good view, I'm in the way. And the music. Like, look at the view. Oh my god, that's so nice. Probably go another 30 minutes. I'm gonna be streaming every day now until I finish. That's why I took a break for a bit. When did I last stream? Hold on, let me see that. I literally haven't streamed for like a week, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 22nd. Longer than a week. I've just been kind of exhausted from work and also trying to work out how I'm gonna do streaming. And I think this is it. So I'm gonna wake up at like, I sleep at like 7 or 8 and then I wake up at midnight and then I stream and then I get ready for work and I go to work. You made it. Good. Then we're all here. I'm still hungry enough to eat a whole roasted colibri, but the contest won't wait for us forever. I fuck up my glam now. But I don't mind. Oh, this one's cute. Oh, I actually really like this piece. It's probably a recolor from somewhere, I think, but... Actually, this one looks kind of new. I'm not sure. Several cutscenes will play in sequence. Oh. I've acquainted the twins with the city as best I could in a short time. Their unbridled enthusiasm made it rather difficult. Invariably, something would catch their eye, spurring them to run down an alley to investigate. It was like herding a pair of unruly coeros. I understand all too well. Charlian had the same effect on me. Right then, now it's time we see the inside of the palace. Papa will want to know I'm home and to meet the allies I've chosen. Given how impulsive he is, though, there's no telling what we might be in for. Hey, oh my god. He's on my lap. Cool Viper gear till 99. I love the Pictomancer gear. I really need it. All the job gear looks really nice. This bit's voiced. Oh damn. Is that a Stinian? It is. Fuck, I love this guy's design. I love the, like, mask.
Estinian? When did he get here?
More to the point, why is he here?
Oh, you know this man? Whenever my father spots a promising opponent, he invites them to Sunperch to duel. Pressing duties or no, he can't resist a good fight.
So the one Estinian is crossing blades with.
That would do, Spearman. I will receive my darling daughter.
Hi, Estinian.
Know that you are the strongest I fought in many a moon, if not longer. It is the privilege of a life long lived to face such a formidable soul.
If it's formidable you want, then look no further than that woman there.
Don't put the pressure on me.
I see you, warrior.
One of my eyes always purple? It's white. I've always had one white one and one red one. That's one that carried across from
You meant to visit Taral.
Orawala.
I've seen what lies east. This time I chose west.
Oh my god.
And
He's
thus
just
did
going
our
anywhere.
itinerant dragoon make his travel plans.
You witnessed our bout. If you thought he was fearsome, that was with one head dozing.
That's what I was like, why does he have the other head like
I'm not
bound?
sure I understand.
Does that mean Wuklamat has two dads?
The old man has been feeling his years. The uncovered side is the head of resolve, and age has only deepened his love for combat. But the head of reason, wiser of the two, sleeps more and more these days. As I understand it, the veil helps with the restoration of his magical energies.
Enough about me, Lamati. I want to hear of your adventures.
Lamachi.
A term of endearment. It's what my family calls me.
Oh. When last did we see you in the palace? Greetings, Solonesh.
It's Erenville now, Dawn Servant.
That named him.
I took the name while abroad, and have since grown accustomed to it.
Erenville, then. And these others? I assume are Lamati's recruited allies.
My hair is clipping into this new outfit.
Old-tempered steel. Yet as much as I'd enjoy testing their metal, the hour of the right is at hand. I will summon the other
I
claimants
can't get over the
at
detail
once.
in the fucking scales and the gold now.
Then I shall
It
leave
looks
you
so
to it.
good.
Good fortune, my friends.
Bye, Estinian. Are we gonna see him again, or is he just gone? Show up, he's fighting the fucking leader. He's sparring with him, and then he just leaves. Oh, here's the other siblings. Oh, and this guy. I want to beat him up.
The claimants are assembled. The first promise, Zorolja. The second promise, Ona. The third promise, Uklamat.
Twink.
And lastly, the chosen of Mamuk, Bakul Jaja. You four will compete in the rite of succession, the outcome of which will decide who takes my place as Dawn Servant. I am not the man I once was. My wiser half sleeps the days away, and it is time I yield my position. But mine is a torch that has never been passed. Tuliyollal is young, and so I look to the always for inspiration. The rite of succession, the means by which the autarch of Mamuk was chosen. Only the two-headed were deemed fit for this contest, but the Tuliyollal I built is a nation of many peoples. Our leader needn't have two heads, nor be a Mamulja at all. So I gave the right of claimant, not only to the son I sired, but to my adopted children as well. Yet the opportunity to rule was still not equal. That is why a recent tournament offered a place in the contest as the winning prize.
Now you have us to compete against.
Get this final area real quiet. I'm interested to see what it is.
The one head was already
Is it
too
cool?
afraid to face us in the tournament.
Whoa.
Our brother was in Shock Tural leading the Landsguard on a campaign to eradicate a Tural Vidral. Anyone with sense would know he was too busy for games.
Now for the part you've been waiting to hear. The nature of the contest itself. To triumph in the right of succession, and thereby claim our nation's throne, you must travel the lands of Yogg-Tural and find the City of Gold.
Damn.
If I may, Father.
Speak, Kona.
The Golden City is an ancient Turali legend, but after so many failed attempts to find it, the story has become more fairy tale than fact. If you would charge us with such a quest, are we then to assume you have proof of the city's existence?
I offer as proof my unbroken word, for I have seen it with my own four eyes.
The city's real. All those years.
This was before the founding of Tuliyollal. I traveled the lands of Tural with my companions, and we ended our journey at the gates to the Golden City. I mean to have you do the same, but in order to achieve victory proper, you need to break the seal I put in place. Bring them.
at these thingies. Oh, tablets.
The Tuliyola saga.
You will retrace the path I walked to unite our peoples, step by step. Along the way, 7 chosen electors will be waiting to measure your worth. Earn their keystones by performing the feats they ask of you. Once you've fitted each of the 7 tablets with the keystone, you'll have the key to unlock the seal on the Golden City's gates.
So the contest is in stages, none of which can be skipped by rushing to the ultimate objective.
Exactly. Exciting, isn't it?
Martial tournaments, hunting festivals, and now this? You do so love your contests, Papa.
Were I a few years younger, I would have joined in myself, giving you a proper challenge. You may think the ride is tedious or nonsensical,
I really like his voice.
but I am
It's
yielding
cool.
our nation's throne. Let me have this final indulgence.
A waste of time. Just name Bakunja as successor and be done with it.
The rite of succession begins now. I'll be watching your progress with great interest. And Clemens, remember to collect your tablets before you leave.
He probably does. It's just we've only seen like him boasting and shit. Maybe he's like 18, 17. We don't even
You are
know.
one of Lamachi's allies. Speak freely.
He's like 4 years old.
I am Cryle Baldessian, representative of the students of Baldessian. My name is perhaps familiar to you?
They're not.
Ah.
It would seem you sent this letter to my order some years ago. The ink has since faded and much of the writing is illegible. Even so, we managed to determine the essence of it. A request to investigate the Golden City, addressed to my grandfather, Galuf. Included with the correspondence was this earring. A fairy tale and a piece of jewelry were enough to convince my grandfather to sail halfway across the world. So there is surely some greater mystery at work here. On behalf of the students, I've come to seek clarification on the matter. Have you any knowledge you might share with me?
No, not at this time. I have
What the
tasked the
fuck?
claimants with finding the Golden City. To fulfill your request,
Oh,
would
okay.
afford one of them an unfair advantage in the
Looks
right of
kind of
succession.
oily. I think it's just the reflection of the room. She looks fine. Oh.
But once the contest is decided, I plan to entrust the entire truth to my successor. If you want to hear it, then you had best help Lamachi win.
Very well,
Ooh, ooh,
Dawn
ooh.
Servant.
I mean to click that.
On my honor as a student of Baldessian, I will find your golden city. Thank you for hearing my petition.
How about that? She's grown into a remarkable young woman. You should be proud, Galov.
I'm gonna Google. That's what you sound like.
Too late to change your mind now, I suppose. But are you sure you wish to be part of this?
Yeah.
Our third promise is not wont to take no for an answer. Though you may have agreed to help, I worry that you were swept up in her relentless enthusiasm. Or perhaps you've been lured by the glory of the Golden City. Either way, this contest for the throne will place you and yours at the heart of political turmoil. If you are second-guessing your decision, tell me now. This may be my last chance to help you
Yeah,
withdraw.
I want to go home. The expansion ends.
Life is a series of journeys, my friend. And there's no telling what awaits us on the long road. But what's important is to be true to yourself as you walk it.
Thank you, Graha.
Only then can we hope to be content when we arrive at the end of one and step forward into another.
Me too. I want to know about the Golden City.
So you are committed to your path? I will speak no more of it then. As for my own involvement, I can no longer conduct myself as a mere guide, I think. Not after the Dawn Servant's revelation.
Here they come! It's Zeralja! Such a fearsome mien. Make no mistake, there goes Tuliola's mightiest warrior.
First promise, our village needs aid. The cold weather stunts our crops, and the children of our village go hungry. Once you ascend the throne, I beg of you, grant my people new lands, please!
Please!
Zeralja. Take heart, tiller of the soil. The resilient son, blood heir to the Dawn Servant, has heard your pleas.
Zeralja, the first promise.
Don't tell
command
Quill
of the
that.
Zeralja, the Palaceer. As he was so careful to remind the crowd, Zeralja is indeed the natural child of Gulul Jaja.
And Resilient Son, is that another title, like the first promise?
Is it a character we haven't seen before, like in
After
the
a fashion.
trailers?
Common knowledge has it that two-headed Mamulja cannot sire children. Yet Zeralja was born all the same, with a head of Resolve's features and a head of Reason's scales. An extraordinary example of life's unyielding
No hint of
resilience.
amateur. I'm excited to see it.
And a warrior's reticence. He says little, but the way he moves... I know a hardened soldier when I see one.
He's a natural swordsman, a gift he inherited from his father. Some even say that the son has already surpassed the sire. Should he come to power, the first promise means to employ that martial prowess in the conquest of foreign lands. For this, he and his supporters have been labeled expansionists. This puts him in direct opposition to Wuklamat, who advocates for the preservation of peace. You may recall that she spoke of a claimant who cannot be allowed to rule. That is Soralja, the warmonger.
It is him. Oh, okay. I was honestly expecting the other two-headed one.
Are you all right?
To be the warmonger.
The echo. It gave me a glimpse into Zoralja's ambitions. Deep and unknowable, like an abyss. Yet at the same time, a roaring, unquenchable fire. It was a trifle terrifying, to be frank.
I want to know more about this guy. Got that machinist fit.
Second promise. You must bring us more marvelous conveniences. More dirigibles and trains and the like. We need you in charge to make trading easier.
The elders, they complain and complain about abandoning tradition. But we're not like them, afraid of everything foreign and new.
You have our wholehearted support. With your ingenuity and knowledge, you're sure to win the contest.
Forgive me, but the right of succession is barely begun. I will hear your petitions if and when I am named Dawn Servant. If you will excuse me.
The outfits that aren't like
Plain spoken, as always.
updated like textures
That's our corner.
stick out so much
Practical to
now.
a fault.
I was just looking at like the resolution on some of the like buckles. It's like
Here we have Kona, the second promise, who spent time as a pupil at Charlian's own studium.
Now that you mention it, I think I did see him in the halls once or twice. There was nothing to suggest he was Turali, much less from a royal family.
That was by design. He forwent his usual garb and took an Eorzean name to avoid attention.
So it was Kona who introduced the dirigibles. And the railway too, given what we just heard.
In furtherance of his goal, to enrich Tuliolal with every bright notion he learned of in Charlian. He is the hope of those who prize innovation. As aloof as he may seem, Kona and Wuklamat actually get along rather well. They bicker and banter as only close siblings do.
who's this guy?
How gracious of you all to cheer the lesser claimants.
People fuck with this guy? Like, not everyone does, okay.
Oh, come now. What are you afraid of? I'm no different from your Dawn servant. That my kind should reign is Mamulja tradition, and has been so since before there was a Tuliyolan. I'll brush aside your feeble contenders, and then you'll see who deserves your deity.
Well said, brother.
His other head is just like a yes man.
The Mamuja have finally found peace in Tuliolal. A pity those fanatics are intent on keeping that tradition alive.
The chosen of Mamuk, Bakul Jaja, winner of the recent martial tournament, and the only claimant not of the Dawn's promise. His strength is undeniable, but you see how he is. A few devoted Mamulja are his only supporters.
What would he do with the throne should he win it?
His policies and so forth. I doubt he's thought much beyond winning the contest itself. But one thing seems certain. If he does become Dawn servant, he will see the Mamulja exalted as the ruling class, and all others forced into subservience.
Sounds like another that cannot be allowed to rule.
Hey yo. Look at what Autumn said. Yeah.
We wish for one thing and one thing only, Third Promise. To abide together in harmony with our neighbors whom we love in this land we share. It is our way, the Turoli way.
Galul Jaja built
Holy
for us
shit.
this peaceful nation, and we beg you to preserve it.
You have my word. I won't let your pleas go unanswered.
Until Tuliolal was founded some 80 years ago, this continent was ravaged by war. The eldest among us remember that dark era, and they are Wuklamat's most ardent supporters.
Apologies, it's hard to get away. This is Namika, my childhood nursemaid. She's been like a mother to me my whole life. I told her it wasn't necessary, but she insisted on seeing us off.
I place our precious Third Promise into your care.
Did you know Wuklamat was taking part in the rite of succession?
Of the Dawn's Promise, I thought it was only Zoralja and Kona. If she has any accomplishments to her name, I've yet to hear them.
Compared to the two Mamulja,
Yeah, she was really
pales in
cute.
martial prowess. And then there's Kona, who's far and away the most educated of the bunch. I hate to say it, but it's hardly a competition.
It's fine. More than anyone. I understand how much better my brothers are than me.
Better? Wuklamat. I have never
That's kind of what I was hoping for. It did feel like a vacation, so I'm really looking forward to it. It just sounds fun.
Your brothers may excel in their respective ways, but you boast qualities that both lack. A strength that is yours alone. Having cared for you for so long, I should know.
Thank you, Namika. Well, we ought to be on our way.
Yes, hurry along. I await word of your victory with bated breath.
Yeah, right now, like, the two people who are, like, best to rule are Wuklamat and Kona. Like, both seem It's more like keeping, because whatever they've got going on right now seems to be working just fine. It's just the guy that's running it is getting old. Dickhead sibling, he really wants to rule. Well, he isn't a sibling. He's a complete like outsider to the actual family. I'm more interested in the I forgot his name, but the other Mamulja. Like he seemed more like calm and collected, but like he's the one that wants to go like kind of conquer other lands. So I'm like very interested to see what they do with that, because I was honestly, when I was looking at the other characters, I was like, oh, the fucking two-headed guy's the villain and he's the warmonger one, and the other three are like pretty chill. But no, two of them aren't chill and two of them are chill, so that's kind of interesting. Well, so much for the brief reunion I had in mind. Papa is not one to waste time when he decides to act. I'm used to it by now, of course, but others are often caught off guard. In any case, we should talk about how we're going to find the City of Gold. All we have to work with are the 7 tablets and the connection to the Tuliolal saga. Might I suggest first comparing the tablets against the pillars? We could check for any discrepancies between them. Good idea. Let's go take a look. But yeah, I'm very interested. Like, I was trying to predict who would win, and I don't want to make any like assumptions immediately, but like I feel like Wuklammat is either gonna get like some really good like development along the way to where she becomes like a lot more fit to rule, I feel, or it's probably gonna be Kona. I feel like the other two are too like, well, one's super hostile and the other one's like hostile in a even worse way. I've always really liked her. I just think she's more of like she's super ambitious wanting to rule, but it's clear that she doesn't have all the experience yet, and I'm hoping she gets a lot of that on in the Rite of Succession. Like, I feel like she's gonna get a lot of development. I already love her, so I'm excited. Expansion is basically entirely about Wuklammat, which is one of my biggest issues, I think. I don't know if her character is strong enough to carry this much. Like, the Warrior of Light is just here to witness her doing everything. Okay. I think I might have heard that as like a complaint. It's like, I don't mind that, because I am kind of just here for the ride. But I'm excited to see what like the latter half of the expansion is, because it just looked so weird. Like, it's so jarring to see it like next to Tuliolal and like all the other areas, to see Solution 9 and like the fucking guys with guns and shit. Like, it was like, I'm very interested to see. That makes everyone look them out, the tablets, if you would. Of course. 2 balls. Shut up. Like, I'm super interested in that. That's probably what I'm most excited for, but I'm also very much down for just a fun little adventure at the start, like the first half. Everyone has a tablet? Then let's compare them to their respective pillars. Keep an eye out for even the smallest differences. Bum, 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 bum. Nostalgic? Oh. I'm really happy to be doing another expansion again. Like, the patches were fun to stream, but like, it didn't feel exactly the same as like the Tataru streams I did. Like, those were just so good. Those are a ton of fun. Unless I'm missing something, the glyphs appear to be identical. The only difference being that the tablets have hollows where the keystones are to be fitted. So now we've established that the scenes are the same. Where do we go from here? Dawn Servant said that we would retrace the path he walked in uniting Tyrell's peoples, and that we would encounter 7 electors along the way. Then we have the answer here in front of us. Papa's path is all laid out in the Tuliolal saga. Is there like an order to them? The event of the glyphs portray. Do we know the exact locations where they took place? If one is close, we could go there and search for an elector. That would confirm we're on the right track. Let me think. The Lay of Reeds was in the nearby Hanohane settlement. Papa took me there once. It was during festival season, and the whole village was alive with good cheer. Yeah, I like the extra fluff. There's also the Lay of Gold. That one involved the Pelu Pelu village, which is about the same distance from here. Oh, are we gonna have two choices? Before going anywhere, we should ask around about the road ahead. I heard a lot of talk as we toured the city about that storm we passed through at sea. Apparently it ravaged Yogg-Toral several days ago. Since our roads are not as well paved as Eorzea's, they're more susceptible to damage from natural disasters. If we want to avoid wasting time taking a dead-end trail, I suggest we spend a few moments making inquiries. If it's information we need, just leave it to me. I'll bring the information to us. Off she goes. It would be prudent to ensure we've prepared for the journey. I'll guide you to the accommodations I've arranged. I think I'll probably end it once at the end of this quest. Also, I assume the other scions are helping out Kona. Kona, that's how you say it. That's right. The reservation is under Wuklamat's name. If you don't mind, I'll leave my companions to you. Certainly, sir. I'll go and track down the third promise. Once you've finished organizing your gear, you can meet us outside Zilbayav Tai. Greetings, visitors to Tuliolal, and welcome to the Forard Cabins. Whenever you're ready, I'll show you to your rooms. I'm so excited to keep this going. I wish I could stream more, but I cannot. Oh, here's the cabins. Okay, well we'll go there at the end of the stream. I really like them on the water. Did Wuklamat finally get my tacos? I trust you to be the keenest to head out, Walla. But where are Erenville and Wuklemat, I wonder? Aw, they didn't get tacos. Oh good, you're all here. Who might your companions be? 66 plates of spicy chicken, I want some. Seeing as we needed information, I thought who better to get it from the locals? Than the locals, yeah. These two hail from the villages we're thinking to visit. I'll give you credit for taking initiative at least. What do you mean at least? I'm honored that the Third Promise would seek my advice. I too am happy to answer your question. Any encounter might be an opportunity to do business. Thank you both for your help. Before we begin, there will doubtless be other occasions when we need to act independently, so I brought these for the two of you. Oh, we get link pearls. Oh, they get link pearls. What's this? It's called a link pearl, a gemstone harvested from a special shell. When linked together, they allow people to communicate across great distances. Is that so? What a handy thing to have. Be very useful on our travels. Speaking of which, I should get back to introducing my two new friends here. Where are you, Clement? Tuliola's saga features a number of Toral's clans. Two of those, the Hanu and the Pelu Pelu, have settlements relatively close to the city, so I brought a representative of each. As I mentioned before, the Hanu are cheerful people who love their festivals. They make their appearance in the Lay of Reeds, and their home village, Okanu, is located in Kozanauka. The other, smaller fellow, is one of the Pelu, a clan of business-minded folk from Ukopacha. They appear in the Lay of Gold and craft all kinds of marvelous goods, and Wachun Pelo, their village. Now as we're deciding which village to visit first, why don't you put the adventurer's instinct of yours to work for us, Vala? Pick our destination. Mention the 2 quest paths. Cool. Okay. I get to decide, and we'll do that tomorrow. That was a perfect length for doing like the start. Oh, come to Limsa? Okay, I will really quick. And then I'll go sleep at the cabins here. But I'm really enjoying it so far, even if it's we just did like the first 4 quests. Also, the two die slots is super cool, but I can't really do anything until I get to 100 for my glands. Hello, heyo, heyo, hello. Thank you. I'll give you some tea. $56. Thank you. Thank you for the antelope stew. Thank you. I'm going back to Tuliolao. I forgot to get the cabin one. I love this theme. It's so chill. Very nice. It's kind of like everything out I want out of a hub. Let's see this room. What? Oh my god. And it's got a little view. This is the best, like, this is the best fucking cabin. Best inn in the game. Oh my god, that's so relaxing. I love it. That's so nice. Where's the bed? Oh, there it is. Oh. Still looks hard as a rock, I won't lie, but... Perfect. Oh my god. I'm very excited to keep playing. But I can't. But same time tomorrow. Shush. There we go. That was a very good intro to the expansion. I'm super... Hold on, let me get music. It was. Thank you for being here. Even though you don't want to get spoiled. I love you too. See you. Yeah, so I'm gonna be live again tomorrow, and the day after that, and the day after that, and the day after that, and the day after that. Probably. I'll make any, like, I'll let people know in the Discord if I'm like, oh, I'm too tired to stream, I'm sorry. But I think I want to keep up doing the daily ones. Yeah. They're probably all gonna be around 2 hours each, and then weekends might be a bit longer because I have more time. But yeah, okay. Thank you everyone. Have a lovely rest of your day, morning, night, whatever time, and see you tomorrow. Thank you. Bye bye.